What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Oklahoma High School Dynasty, using that Oklahoma High School football mod featuring NCAA 14. And we are actually off to a good start at one of the worst rated schools in the entire game. We are actually 2-0 thus far, and we're going to have our biggest test of the season so far. You want to talk about a barometer test for how good we are to start this series? This is the game to do it. We are taking on number 15 ranked Stillwater. The Pioneers, they are an elite football team in the state of Oklahoma. I'm actually surprised they already have a loss. They're an A overall team with an A+ offense and an A- defense. We don't really have any advantages except for maybe our total defense. Our defense has been playing at a surprisingly high level thus far, which is crazy to really think about. But this team is coming off of a really tough loss. They lost to the number 21 ranked team in the state of Oklahoma by 1 singular point, and that was at home too. However, we are used to playing close games ourselves. We've won our 2 games by a combined 11 points. So we're used to playing really close games. But if we're gonna find a way to beat Stillwater, we gotta play literally a perfect game. This is gonna be a challenge that we have not experienced yet in this series. We're absolutely ready for what is coming in our direction, and I hope you guys are ready for this video as well. If you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have to be brand new, and I'll see you guys out there in Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on this very strong Pioneers football team. Let's get it, boys. Alright, so here we are in a sold-out Stillwater Stadium as we go ahead and get things underway. First play of the game, I want to get that big play, and Doman has plenty of time in the pocket. He's got him! Jake Durant is going to get us started with a huge play for a gain of 31. Let's go, baby! That's exactly how we want to start this game, and that should open up some space for our ground game as well. Vita St. Louis is going to get a gain of 19, so 50 yards on the first couple of plays there. You'll love to see it. And if we're going to pull this upset off against Stillwater, we need to play perfect football. They have some multiple Division I caliber athletes on their side of the field, so we are going to have to play like a team if we're going to pull this off. And it's going to start with getting those methodical drives on offense. Let's see if we can try to shorten down this game a little bit. So picking up this 3rd and 5 is going to be absolutely critical. So here we go. 3rd and 5 coming up. We're going to try to set up Vita St. Louis on the halfback screen. We got him out into open space. And Vita St. Louis, well, he falls forward. He's going to be short. And I don't like our chances against that Stillwater front 7. So we're going to go ahead, kick the field goal. We'll take the lead. But we also get a studio update as well. Millwood, the 18th ranked team in Oklahoma, they're up 21-10 against Piedmont. But this is the $1 million key right here. Can we slow down this duo led by Gage Gundy, the son of Mike Gundy, who coaches at Oklahoma State? That is going to be a big-time issue, as will Noah Roberts be. They're both 99 overall players. If they're not playing Division I football next year, I would be shocked. But Gage Gundy is going to be a problem for sure. Gage Gundy is off to a nice start. He finds Trent Hardesty for a gain of 9. But we will get him to a 3rd and short here. Need our defense to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. Gage is going to try to run the read option, but it goes nowhere. Chase Henry is going to bring him down. Let's go, baby. Chase Henry keeping him up behind the line of scrimmage. And Stillwater is going to punt this ball back over in our direction. So we'll see what our special teams can do. Wait a minute. No! It's a fake! A fake punt! Oh my! Riker Martin is going to expose us for a gain of 25. And you have those types of things in your bag when Gage Gundy not only is your starting quarterback, but he's also the starting punter for Stillwater too. We were completely ill-prepared for that. So that means Stillwater is in the red zone, and they will punch it in quickly. Noah Roberts is completely untouched on his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Stillwater, and the Pioneers will take the lead. So here we are midway through the first quarter. We're playing fine offensively. Let's see if we can come away with more than just a field goal, though, as Vita St. Louis gets some hard yards there. It's going to pick up a gain of 5 on the play. So now, 3rd and short coming up as Doman is going to line up under center. As Doman's going to get ready to get things moving here. Vita St. Louis is going to go ahead, run the ball up the middle, and he'll pick up a gain of 9, a first down for your Gore Pirates. A couple plays later, we'll try to get them with a play fake here as Doman has some time. Looks over the middle for his starting receiver, but Heston Thompson is going to break it up. And now we face 3rd and 10, a spot that we really did not want to be in. Doman lining up under shotgun. Looks over the right hand side. He had his man. He was looking for just incredible. But that was not an incredible throw at all. So that is going to mean that we'll have to punt this ball away. And listen, our defense played fine. We just got caught off guard by the fake punt. So let's see if our defense can do a little bit better. Let's see if we can get a stop here on this particular drive. 2nd and 12 coming up as the Pioneers line up in a 5-wide set. They're going to try to run the quarterback draw, and Gage Gundy is going to have nowhere to go. Cairo Cock is going to get into the backfield there, leading to a 3rd and 16. Gundy lines up in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the right. Gundy has a little time, throws it right inside, and finds Heston Thompson for a 29-yard scamper. His first play of the day is going to be a huge one for the Pioneers. So here we go, a couple plays later, following the big play down the right-hand side. And Gundy will drop back once again. 81 is going to break a tackle, and he will be off for the races. The man that has absolutely no name, Gage Gundy, is going to find him, and his receiver is going to go ahead and do the rest of the work. Touchdown, Stillwater. And the Pioneers are going to score yet again. So we will have a studio update while we have a little bit of commercial break. And how about this for a little bit of a shocker? Mater Day is going to take down the #1 team in Oklahoma, 34-31. Bixby was overwhelmed ultimately by this outer state opponent, I believe out of either Nevada or California. Don't remember off the top of my head, but what I do know is that we have the ball once again, and we're looking for better results this time. We need a score. This could turn into a shootout. Vita St. Louis is going to go ahead, get the carry, pick up a gain of 13 yards. So that will help move the sticks. But we will sneak in one more play before the end of the first quarter, and it's Jake Durant, the fullback. He's going to be able to get a 11-yard scamper. He may not be very big for a tight end, but he's certainly got speed for sure. We're going to need all of that and then some as we find ourselves down by 11 against Stillwater. So here we are starting out the second quarter. We're going to run a little triple option. Caden Doman, he's out by himself, and Doman determined to pick up the first down, and he gets it. So a fresh set of downs for the Gore Pirates. As if it's not broke, why fix it? We're going to this time pitch it out to Jake Durant on the perimeter. Makes the man miss down the sideline, and he's caught from behind. But a 33-yard run for Jake Durant. And now we stare down a goal line situation. 2nd and goal, couple plays later. Doman rolls to the right. He's going to find Jody Gentry. But he can't get into the end zone fast enough, though. So we're going to be just short on the 1-yard line. Let's see how we attack this. Doman in the shotgun. We got 3 receivers to the right. We isolate Gentry, and Gentry isn't even needed. We're going to just run it in with our quarterback instead. Caden Doman is going to find the end zone, and that is a touchdown for your Gore Pirates. We're right back in the game. But we got to find ways to get stops here on defense. 2 drives for Stillwater so far have led to 2 touchdowns. Gundy is going to line up in the shotgun, a 5-wide set. He'll find Hardesty by himself, and Hardesty, he's on the move as well, but finally gets chopped down. Not before finally reaching midfield. as it looks like just in time was the man that's going to be responsible for bringing him down. So now, midfield opportunity for Stillwater as they're going to run it with their quarterback, Gage Gundy. Gage Gundy is going to get out onto the perimeter. He's got a lot of speed on him as well, and that makes him so difficult. He's certainly the most dynamic quarterback that we have gone up against all year so far. And that's dangerous for a 3rd and 3. The read option definitely in play, and it's certainly a speed option to the right-hand side. And Gundy is going to push forward for another first down for the Stillwater Pioneers. So less than 4 minutes left to go in the first half as Gundy fakes the throw over to right inside. And we force the incompletion. Zaire Joseph was on the coverage. The first incompletion for Gage Gundy today. But they'll try to pass it again, this time over to the right inside and finds Josh Ford right before he ends up getting out of bounds. So another red zone opportunity for the Pioneers as Gundy looks over to the left-hand side and throws a dime to 81. Could not turn it over to the end zone in time, but 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. This could be trouble. A couple of plays later as Gundy drops back, actually. Doesn't see anybody get open. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a quarterback run or if it was some kind of miscommunication, but Nick Burchard is eventually able to get in there and make the tackle. So that should give our defense some much needed breathing room as we now have 3rd and goal from about the 8-yard line. We got 4 wide receivers out on the field, and Heston Thompson gets open in the back of the end zone. We do not do a very good job in zone coverage at all, and Hester Thompson wide but naked open for yet another Stillwater touchdown. So 2:30 left to go in the first half, and our offense can't do anything. We end up going 3 and out. So Stillwater, they have 1 timeout to work with as Stillwater has a chance to get another score on the scoreboard right now. And it looks like they are indeed poised to do exactly that. Gage Gundy has the Stillwater Pioneers in the red zone yet again. This time for the 15-yard line. As it's going to be a run with Roberts. Noah Roberts. Haven't talked about him in a little bit, but like I said, he's a 99 overall too. Noah Roberts can't hurt us, and he's certainly doing that right now. 3rd and short coming up. We're going to sell out with a little bit of a blitz here as Gundy. Oh, we can't get to him in time. Oh, our defensive lineman just isn't fast enough. We're not big enough. And on a 1st and goal, Gundy is going to call his own number 12. He's going to call it in, and Stillwater will score yet again. So 28-10 is our score, but we get a studio update before we finish out the first half. Millwood hangs on and beats Piedmont 28-17, as Millwood is still undefeated, but Washington is going to get upset by McAllister in an upset, 48-35. So we might have a new team in the top 10. Is it possibly this Stillwater team if we can't handle our business? But we do have 20 seconds left to go in the first half. And we have 2 timeouts to work with as well. So plenty of time to work through. As that could have been intercepted. But somehow Just Incredible comes away with that play. Good Lord. So getting out of bounds is nice too. We're able to go ahead and possibly trying to go about moving the chains. As Zeta St. Louis trying to get away. And he can't. Brought down inside the 20-yard line though. But then again, don't want to push it towards the end zone. I want to come away with something here. This field goal, while it's not pretty, we're going to be able to at least make this a 2-score game. Home K. We just got to get some stops on defense. If we can do that, we can come back and win this game. But Stillwater, they certainly are living up to that number 15 state ranking. So here we are in the start of the second half, and Stillwater got the ball because they deferred to the second half. So 1st and 10, they're going to move 81 out to motion. It's a triple option, the spread version, and 81 is all by himself. Leahy does not have the wheels to catch up, and he is going to be gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown, Stillwater. The Pioneers strike yet again. And this time they used the triple option to do just that. We contained 12. We contained Gage Gundy. We forgot about his teammates, though. But our offense is going to trot out onto the field for the very first time here in this second half, as Doman is going to try to make some plays for our offense. Doman looks over to the right-hand side, finds Beef Wellington, but he can't stay in bounds. So we only pick up 19 yards on the slant pattern. We find ourselves at about midfield, though, as we'll hand it off to Vita St. Louis, who's going to try to fight forward desperately. He'll be able to go ahead and pick up a gain of 8. So now staring down a 2nd and short coming up as Doman going again in the slant patterns. Looks to Danico Fala Jr. and looks like that might be a face mask. And it is. That is exactly what the officials are going to call. And that puts us right into the red zone yet again. Doman, we're going to finish the drive off as that ball was thrown behind Jody Gentry. But all good, though. We're still going to be able to pick up some good yardage there. 2nd and 1 coming up, though, as we'll put it back in the hands of our senior quarterback. And he gets plowed forward, but still enough for a first down. So, brand new set of chains coming up as Doman is going to try to throw upfield. Finds Danico Fala Jr. And Danico will pick up 7 on that particular pattern. It leads to a critical 3rd down. One that I really want to go ahead and pick up right now. We'll see if we can do it. 3rd and goal. We're going to try to hand it off with Jake Durant, but has nowhere to go. 4th down coming up. And this is a major decision time. We're going to go for it. If we're going to go down, we're going to go down in flames. We got Vita St. Louis in the backfield, and he's in! Touchdown, Pirates! And Vita St. Louis will score for the Pirates here in this 3rd quarter of action. So the offense has been playing pretty well, all things considered, but defensively, we gotta get a stop. Something, literally anything. That is a good sign. Getting a sack from Jarrett Jackson, who's been all over the field today. That's his 8th tackle today. He's been on fire. 2nd and 16, though, coming up as Gage Gundy is going to get ready to try to drop back. No, it's going to be a read option. And Gage Gundy is going to pick up 5. So getting back to the original line of scrimmage. But a 3rd and long, though. If we're going to stop Stillwater, this is how we got to do it. 3rd and 11. Let's make a play here, boys. Come on now. Gundy drops back, looks around, has some time, and finds Thompson. Heston Thompson picks up yet another 1st down. And it just feels like a gut punch. No matter what we tried to do, it just hasn't worked defensively. And it looks like that will continue as that's a dive and grab by Trent Hardesty. So a 1st and 10 now coming up as they're about midfield. As Gundy looks over to the left-hand side, able to get to pick up a 1st down there on that particular play. So getting to about the 40-yard line there. As now, Dawn Barantine, he's trying to be running over like a bat out. Oh, Barantine gets crossed up. Oh, my Lord. 81 is a problem. What I might do is I might take like some of you guys' that don't end up getting like a custom player, if that happens, and put you on another team so that you don't have like a wide receiver thing. But 81's a good player from Stillwater. That is certainly not being questioned at all. So now, 2nd and 1 now coming up as Gundy lines up. No, he's going to hand it off to Thompson. Thompson with a clear lane and finds the end zone again. Touchdown, Stillwater. 6 drives for the Stillwater Pioneers. 6 touchdowns for Stillwater here tonight. It's been a problem here on this Friday Night Lights special. So now we find ourselves down by 22 and basically just a quarter left. So we're going to have to try to go quickly as we throw it to the left-hand side. Beef Wellington makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And with time starting to become a critical factor, we really need to go ahead and start going into our no huddle. We can't mess around anymore. Doman, under center, looks around, gets out to the right-hand side, doesn't like what he sees. He's going to scramble. He's got 6 chasing him from behind as Caden Doman eventually picks up a gain of 16 before being forced out of bounds. Good start for the drive as the Gore faithful that travel to Stillwater, they certainly love it. And they might love this throw as well as Danico Fala Jr. picks up 20 right before getting out of bounds as well. A 1st down coming up for the Gore Pirates. Last play likely of the third quarter as Doman is going to go into the play action. Looks over in the middle of the field, finds Beef Wellington, and they will provide us with the first down there. You'll love to see it. But that is going to end the third quarter of action. 42-20 is your score. The Pirates are still fighting, but they'll need a miracle to win this thing. So here we go. Fourth quarter now officially underway. We're in a goal line situation. We pick up on a 2nd and goal. Doman looks over the middle, and how is that not a touchdown? His feet were literally in the end zone. I wish we would be able to challenge that, man. I really do. High school football, you don't get those challenges, though. You hate to see that. So 3rd and goal coming up, and thankfully it doesn't matter. Vita St. Louis will score. But at this juncture of the game, I don't trust my defense to really do much of anything at this point. So we're going to go ahead and try the onside kick. It does end up being recovered by Stillwater. Usually I wouldn't do that, but with it being just so hard for what we've been able to do defensively, I figured it was the best for us to try the onside kick. And now we just hope for the best. If we can just force not a touchdown. We actually need our team to just straight up get a stop. And it looks like it's going to be hard pressed to get even that. Noah Roberts picks up the first down on the ground. And time really becoming a factor here. Less than 6 minutes to play. Gundy hands it off to Noah Roberts. He's going to run it over to the left-hand side. He'll pick up another gain of 6. And that clock is going to continue to climb down. A critical 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 4. Gundy drops back. We take one route away, but Kendrick is by the sticks, and they award them the first down. Oh, you gotta be kidding me right now. Less than 5 minutes to go, and now they're in the red zone yet again. Bare minimum, it's a field goal unless our defense can stand tall. 2nd and 10. Gundy drops back. It's a screen. Leahy thought he was offside, so he gave up on the play. Probably should have done that because their backup tailback just goes into the end zone, and that's Gage Gundy's 3rd passing touchdown of the night. Pioneers are on the verge of a 50-burger on us. We'll take a quick break from that, though, to see a closer game. Midwest City might pull it out against Heritage Hall. That's an interesting score to see there. We'll see if we get another studio update so that we can see the final of that. But if we want that to happen, we got to find the end zone as Doman looks over the middle and wanted 89, but he was covered. He was way covered, and that was Doman with pressure in his face and also just trying to make a play, trying to lead his guys back. And unfortunately, Stillwater set up in the red zone here. Less than 5 minutes to play. It's not looking good. 1st and 10 coming up after the interception, and Gundy is going to run with it. And we were going to hold Gundy to a reasonable game, but man, did Gage Gundy have a mean stiff arm. Good Lord, that was nasty. So now a 3rd and goal coming up as we try to keep Stillwater out of the end zone. Gundy gonna fake the throw, looking around, running out of time, and we get to him. We actually get a stop. Hallelujah. And the Pioneers will have to settle for a field goal. Looks like there might not be any trickeration this time around. And the kick is up, and it's gonna be good. So we hold Stillwater to a field goal, and now we need our offense to go to work. Doman going to start with the slants pattern, dropping back. He's got a thrower on the right hand side, but couldn't put it on him. Garrett Reese was there on the coverage. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10 as Doman drops back the pass yet again. We actually have a man downfield open, but Doman just doesn't have the arm for it though. So that pass will be incomplete. So now 3rd and 10 coming up. We got trips to the right as Doman drops back. He wants to throw downfield. He's got a guy for a second, but throws him late, and it's going to end with yet another turnover. Doman will help in making the tackle, but oh man, that is 2 consecutive interceptions for Caden Doman, a guy that has taken really good care of the ball the first couple of games. Well, he has 2 interceptions here today, as it looks like Stillwater is just ready to go ahead and run out the rest of this clock. We won't bother to use our timeouts. I think that fat lady might be singing, but let's see if we can play with a little bit of pride and at least keep Stillwater out of the end zone. They already got the 50 burger. If they score again, they might be on the verge of 60 points. As now, first and goal opportunity. They're going to pass it, and thankfully that was incomplete, but nothing that we could do about that, though. I actually missed the touchdown, but we did end up putting the backups in for the last couple minutes of the game just so that our starters wouldn't get hurt. And Stillwater got another touchdown after that, too. So Stillwater does end up putting up 66 against the Gore Pirates. Our first loss of the season ends up being a splattering. We went on the road to Stillwater, and we end up going down 66-27. Alright, boys, so by no means was I expecting us to come out and win here today, but at the same time, though, man, did we get it handed to us here today, man. I'm pretty sure on every single drive that Stillwater had here today, they ended up finding the end zones, and you just can't win like that. Granted, our offense ironically had its best day of the year, but defensively, we just couldn't hang with Stillwater today. It was so bad that we actually did end up giving the backups a drive or two to work with towards the end of the game. But Caden Doman actually didn't play as bad as what the line says. I know it says that he didn't have any touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but honestly, Caden Doman for most of the game actually made good decisions, just that he couldn't keep up in a shootout. He was, however, able to find the end zone on the ground. He had 31 yards and a touchdown in this game. Vita St. Louis had a decent game here yet again. 13 carries, 59 yards, and 2 touchdowns in this ball game. And the receivers had a hard time getting open, it seemed like, against this Stillwater defensive back 7, but did have some bright spots in this game. Danico Fala led the team in catches today. He had 4 catches for 42 yards. And then the sophomore Beef Wellington actually had the most receiving yards in this game. He ended up with 3 catches and 50 yards in this one. Now, defensively, this is where we really struggled in the game. But again, even in a game where defense couldn't do anything right, we still had a bright spot or two. I mean, Jarrett Jackson had double-digit tackles. He was flying all over the field. 12 tackles, 2 TFLs, had a sack as well. We did see Brandon Berry, our star linebacker, get 5 tackles and a TFL in this game. We also did a decent job of generating pressure on the quarterback, and we certainly needed that against this Gundy kid, who certainly is related to Mike Gundy, 100%, I'm sure of it. Savion Simmons had a sack, and then Nick Richard was also able to get a sack today. Again, we're not able to force any turnovers. That has been a little bit of an issue, but you know what? We could take some hard lessons learned here, and we can only get better after the comp performance that we put up here tonight. At least that's how I look at it from a defensive standpoint. But those games that we have all played so far have been outside of the lower echelons of 4A football, and now we're actually going to get into 4A football now here in the state of Oklahoma. It starts with the very next episode that we do have on deck as we get to return back home, thankfully, but we are going to take on a good Collinsville team who is rolling in here with a 3-1 record. They are going to be favored on paper, so we will be challenged, but I'll leave this for next episode. But I hope you enjoyed this one, even though we did end up getting crushed ultimately by Stillwater. If you still enjoyed it, do me a huge favor, go ahead and smack that like button for me, and then also on top of that, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John J Gaming on the mic signing off, but hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.